This program will be hosted by another Miss International. She was crowned last December 17, 2013. And she delightfully agreed to be the host for this afternoon. Please welcome the lovely and enchanting Bea Rose Santiago.
Wow, what a beautiful introduction to the, of course, our father now. Thank you so much. Magandang hapon. What a beautiful afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bea Santiago, Miss International 2013, and welcome to the press presentation conference for the reigning Miss International Catalina Duque, together with the Miss International organization, as well as our Binibining Pilipinas queens and executives from Binibining Pilipinas Charities Incorporated. My family, the reason why I'm here, thank you so much. Palakpakan po natin ang original family natin lahat. Thank you. Thank you for joining us here at the World Kitchens in Gateway Mall 2, Araneta City. Inspired by the comfort of World Kitchens is one of a kind, first of its kind dining destination with show kitchens by international chefs for an unparalleled global culinary experience. Nakakain na po ako dito. Sobrang sarap. Mahihilo lang kayo kung alin ang unahin yung kakainin. So, thank you so much, World Kitchens, for having us today. We also want to thank our ever-supportive friends in the media. Nakita ko po ang iba sa inyo ay kapanahunan ko pa. At nanganak na rin, ang dami ng bago. But I'm so happy nandito pa ang aking mga ninuno. joke lang. But thank you so much for your support, for your love, your passion, and your dedication. Also, a special shout out to all the generous sponsors of Binibining Pilipinas 2026. Good afternoon sa inyong lahat. Ready na ba kayo?
Yes!
Excited na rin akong marinig ang mga question ninyo. Huwag nating masyadong takutin si Catalina, okay? And now, please welcome to the press conference. Please welcome the BPCI Executive Committee member, Ms. Pia R. Ojeda Banal. Diba? Bagong kasal yan.
Hi, good afternoon to everyone here today. Thanks for joining us. On behalf of our chairwoman, Madam Stella Arneta, and on behalf of the executive committee, we just want to thank you for joining us. And we're here to welcome Ms. Catalina Duque and Mr. Stephen Diaz to join us for this year's coronation night. We're really truly grateful for their visit and for the continued partnership between Binibining Pilipinas and Miss International, because this relationship has given our queens through the years the opportunity and the platform to shine, to serve, and to represent the Philippines with dignity and with pride. More than just a partnership, it's a friendship built on shared values of beauty, intelligence, and compassion. And we are committed to nurturing that partnership for many years to come. So again, we were really excited to have Catalina and Stephen with us this year, and we're looking forward for a really great show. So we hope you guys can all join us also then.
Thank you, Pia. Another round of applause naman sa ating new face of BPCI, the very beautiful Pia. Pia Banal po ha, hindi Pia Words back. Ayan, I'm so excited to introduce the next person. To make our afternoon even more beautiful, please welcome on stage the reigning Miss International 2025, Miss Catalina Duque. Louder please, para mo ako. Ayan.
Hi everyone, how are you? Thank you for being here and receiving me. So many cameras. Oh my God, I feel like I'm about to get the crown again.
Si Bea walang upo.
Okay, so let's invite the reigning Binibining Pilipinas queens. My sisters in the house. Actually, I'm gonna ask her a few questions. So how's your experience in the Philippines? Is this your first time here?
Yes, this is my first time actually. It's been very exciting. I've loved the people, I love the culture, I love the climate. Everything's just been amazing, and getting to know Kat personally has been also very exciting. So I'm very happy for that.
I heard you had she went to Pampanga, so she basically enjoyed the food of the Philippines because Kapampangan food is actually I think part of the Philippines heritage for culinary. So you experienced the best food in the Philippines. How was that experience? I think you had, you had sisig. Wow, which kind? We have so many kinds of sisig. We have fish sisig, we have the pork sisig. You had the pork, how was that?
Very good, and I also was with Myrna, who was our Miss International last year with me, and she became one of my close friends because your queens are amazing. And then I also got to meet, like, through live, Emma. She's Miss Grand International, but I know she was also part of the Binibining Pilipinas, so we love that. That's amazing as well. And they've become very, very close to me, so they were the ones hosting me. I ate turron as well. I loved it. Very good. Yeah. I'm eating everything. I told them, take me everywhere. I'm trying it. I'm having so much fun. And it was just like a time with friends. I felt like home away from home. So it was very, it was amazing.
We're so glad that you get to experience that. And of course, the friendship here in the Philippines, in all our pageants, is one of a kind. And we really, really value our friendship internationally as well. And I'm just so glad that you get to experience it in Pampanga of all places. So I heard that you had a great time, but your schedule's been packed. Where else have you been?
So actually today we were at the SOS village. It was beautiful. We got to be there with the kids. I also was there obviously with cats, and then we were eating at, what was the name of the restaurant again? Barbara. You guys, the dancing, don't tell me.
You got this.
Tilinking. Yes?
Did you get to try it?
No, because everyone was like, Kata, don't do it, you'll get hurt, and without your feet, we we need you. So I didn't try it, but I was so impressed. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. Your culture is beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Thank you. You know, a little trivia. Our national director, Ms. Estela Araneta, she's the very first Miss International from Colombia, and you're the reigning from Colombia. How amazing is that?
I know, that's crazy. I wish to meet her. I actually already met Mr. Araneta. He was so kind. He loved me. I know he did. I loved him. I think he saw me and he was like, he was kind of like having a little deja vu with his wife, I'm sure.
For sure.
Because of the way we spoke Spanish, we had so much fun, and he speaks Spanish perfectly. He's like a Colombian, so he kept laughing. I kept laughing with him. He was very kind. I also know his favorite Colombian food now. By the way, it's called sancocho. It's very good.
Sancocho?
Yeah.
Can you explain, what is that?
It's like this delicious soup made of also very meats and a little bit of vegetables. And actually, Tita, our chaperone, practically Liliana, she's also from Cali, which is where sancocho is from. So we spoke about that. I was amazed about how incredible his Spanish is. He's like a Colombian as well, obviously thanks to,
So my question is, you said, you've met Mr. Araneta. You know, Miss Araneta, Mrs. Araneta, when she was reigning, she visited Araneta and she was so impressed. She married Mr. Araneta within the year. So do you think you will find your Filipino guy here? You'll end up staying in the Philippines?
I love that question, but sorry Filipinos, I'm already taken. I have a boyfriend. He's Colombian, so Colombian plus Colombian for now. So I think I'm gonna stay with my Colombian. I really like him, and you guys will love him if you ever met him. But I'm in love with the Filipinos already, so don't worry, you have a piece of my heart. That's part of you as well.
Don't worry, the Philippines will always be here and you're always invited. Anytime, anywhere. You'll always come back. At saka, we also have something here in the Philippines na hanggat hindi pa kasal, pwede pa. So it means that if until you're married, you're still achievable.
So the Filipinos are naughty. You're naughty.
So, okay, one
Oh
last
wait, the
question.
Filipinos are making me nakakaloka. That's my favorite word. I keep saying to the team, nakakaloka, nakakaloka. Obviously kidding, I love you. I'm having so much fun in the best way. When I say nakakaloka, I mean it like with a funny, gracious way.
With a heart. I love it. You're almost Filipino. You're half Filipino now.
I know. Salamat po.
Amazing. I love it. Okay, one last. If you were to give an advice to aspiring beauty queens, specifically for Miss International Beauty Queen contenders, what do you want to give them as an advice?
This, I've actually want to say it, but based on what I felt here in the Philippines and the girls that I've met who are beautiful, but the grace that your women have here is something I've never seen in my entire life. You're so classy, you're so smart, you're educated, you love your culture, and that's something that is simply not like learned, you just have it within you. So the grace that the women have in the Philippines, I think is the key as to why they're so successful in every beauty pageant, why they captivate all of us, including the Colombians. So keep on going with that grace, with that authenticity, keep being so kind, so humble, because that's the true power, I think, of the Filipinos, just how they are like magnetic, they connect with you. I can feel like you see through our souls. For example, today, Myrna, I call her Bebe, at the SOS Village, she was like, I want you to look at the kids and see them, like see me in them. I was like, that's so poetic. Only the Filipinos can think of something that beautiful and make it make sense, and it stays with you. So your grace is amazing, even with the dancing. How do you not get tied with those little sticks in the...
You know we
yeah.
can dance it even in our heels, right?
Yeah,
Yes, that's how
amazing.
professionals we are. But we can't do the TikTok. We can't do TikTok dance, only the tiniklings.
Agree. It should be like a rule, like a rule.
Yes, I think once we're born, we immediately know how to do the tinikling dance. Just joking. Okay,
Wow.
our next speaker actually is a good friend of mine, and almost 13 years ago, he was part of my journey in Miss International 2013. So this guy, along with another friend of his, actually helped me, gave me gifts to help with my skin during that night. So he's a really special person to me and to my family. He's actually a family member now. And you know, this guy, I introduced him to Mr. Iwata that time, who was his predecessor. And I told him, we owe a lot to this guy because kung wala siya, wala tayong magagandang pictures and magagandang sulat sa vlog niya sa Mississology that time. So we owe a lot to Stephen Diaz, a good friend of mine, who is also now the executive director of Miss International Organization, the greatest Stephen Diaz.
No, you look perfect, though. I know you love me in red.
Since when did you wear it?
Just for you.
Good afternoon, everyone. What am I supposed to talk about? But anyway, thank you very much, Bea, for the wonderful introduction. Yeah, just like what she said, we've been through a lot since 2013, and it has been a full circle already. It's funny how things actually ended up this way. Before, I didn't even imagine to work full-time with the Miss International organization. I was just happy being just like you guys, enjoying what we love the most, posting about our favorites and guessing who's gonna win or not, and then fight about it. But as we grow older, and sometimes, fate and God has different plans for our lives, and I ended up in this position. And to be honest, I didn't even imagine that I would end up as the executive director of this organization, because it's owned by Japanese, and how in the world are they going to employ someone from the Philippines to entirely run this whole show? And Yeah, to make the long story short, I get Bea as a winner in 2013. Actually, Lara Kigama was my first winner when I covered it for Mississology in 2005. So Bea was the second, Kylie was the third, and yeah, like I've seen 3 winners already. But when I saw those winners, I was not yet a staff of Miss International. So since I became a staff of Miss International, Philippines has never won yet. We will never know. Who knows? And same with Colombia. Like since I joined Miss International, Colombia was always in the top 5, never winning, always in the top 5.
Until me, you guys.
Until we got Catalina here. So it's really funny because if you are in the top 5 of Miss International, you automatically stay for 1 more week and you work with us. We visit different places, the Mikimoto Pearl Farm back then. So I was always hanging out with the Colombians because they're always top 5 girls, but never the winner. It's yeah, and then we're glad we have Catalina here. Yeah,
Your top 5 as well.
yeah.
Who was it? Do you remember her name?
Lorena.
She cried, right?
Yeah, she cried. She wasn't able to prepare her speech because she didn't expect to be in the top 5, and she was like, "I don't speak English," sort of thing. You know, like it happens a lot of time back in the days. Back in the days, so like it's not gonna happen this time. So we try to make sure that the ones who will make it to the top 20, top 15 are not just beautiful faces, but someone who could actually be a spokesperson. Yeah, it's really very important right now. I mean, like things have changed. We know, like I grew up with the image of Miss International as a Barbie doll, someone who doesn't have anything else to do but to be pretty. But now we really need to do something about it because pageantry has changed a lot. And not only that, actually it's not because pageantry is changing. We're not doing this because pageantry is changing. We are doing this because, as a matter of fact, Miss International has always been about diplomacy, about cultural exchange. Unfortunately, we just didn't highlight it in such a way that we keep on just focusing on the physical aspect of the winners. But if you look at the history of our pageant, especially in the recent years, we've got winners who are really good when it comes to public speaking and going to different places, meeting dignitaries, public officials.
Making friends.
Making friends, really very important. And also one thing is that when pageantry changes, at the same time, the kind of winners, the kind of delegates that we receive now in Miss International, unlike before, if you look at the history of Miss International, before, we used to have like girls who's like, okay, you're not Miss Universe caliber, so go to Miss International because you're just pretty. But now it's not anymore. We have the Binibining Pilipinas main winner as the one coming to our pageant. We have the Señorita Colombia coming as the Miss International delegate. Miss Ecuador, Miss Hellas of Greece. A lot of the national pageants right now, most of them, they go now to Miss International, which actually shifts the paradigm as well. Because before, if it's just about beauty, being pretty and standing there and dancing or whatnot, now it's different. We have the national winners coming to our pageant. It's a different story when that happens, if you know what I mean. Because if you are carrying the country Colombia there, you are the Señorita Colombia. You're not just the Miss Colombia for Miss International. You are the Señorita Colombia. You are the Binibining Pilipinas. And that's the kind of pageant we have right now. Oh, and also like, there's also one thing I want to clarify. I would like to take this opportunity as well, this platform, because before I came here, actually several months ago, came to my attention that some people were actually like spreading rumors about Binibining Pilipinas is not going to be the national director or the license, blah blah blah. Like, I was like, well, the first time I read that, I was like, buti pa sila, alam nila. I'm like, how come they knew? I don't even know. I'm the executive director. I'm the one who is actually sending the licenses to all the national directors. I don't even know this. How come these people are spreading these kinds of story? Which is, for me, you know, like if there's one thing I really want to avoid, it's like I really want to avoid conflict with our national directors. It's the last thing I want. And at the same time, I don't really want to add more stress to my job because I'm very focused right now with my job as a professor at the university where I'm teaching, and I haven't done research yet for the past 3 years, and I need to finish or publish something this year. So that's the last thing I need is more stress to add to my current job. So ayoko ng gulo, and it's not because ayoko ng gulo kaya I don't want to deal with this one, but I have no reason. There's no reason for us not to continue with BPCI actually. I mean, like, why should we? I mean, like, really, to be honest, the core values of Miss International is totally aligned with BPCI. I mean, like, we are doing this because we believe in the integrity of the women who are competing in the pageant. We believe that they deserve the opportunity to be heard, to not to become someone who is going to be like the social media sensation or whatnot. Right? It's nice, it's fun to see all these pageant girls being part of the social media world. But as Akemi Shimomura, our chairperson, always said, Steven, our job here is not to make famous people. Our job here is to have these girls, give them opportunities, and make sure that after this, they are ready to go back to society. It's really very difficult to have someone who is, okay, you produce someone who is a winner, a top 5, a semifinalist, and after that, what? What's going to happen to them? So it's really very, very important to actually like give them this platform, but 5 years, 10 years later, they should not be ashamed of the fact that they joined Miss International, that they can proudly show to their kids, to their family, that I was once part of Miss International. So as much as we enjoy seeing all these beauty pageants changing and becoming like some sort of a show, Miss International is different. You can call us every name you think, boring pageant or whatnot. For as far as we are concerned, we take care of our girls, we take care of them, we really care about their future. That's the reason why, even if we are boring, we know that 10 years from now, they are not going to be ashamed of what they have done. That's it. Of course, we're very proud of our winners as well. I mean, like, we've got Bea here. I mean, like,
An applause, please give her an applause.
now, if people actually just focus on what Bea had actually gone through since Miss International and the very inspiring story that she had with the kidney transplant and all that, like, this is actually a big story. I mean, how many people around the world actually are suffering from it? But sometimes we are only focusing on what clicks on TikTok or whatnot. But we have stories like this, a survivor, a Miss International who survived something, which is, some people could not afford to actually do. And her brother, your brother was the one who was your kidney donor, right? This is the kind of story that we should be focusing actually. But unfortunately, sometimes we're so preoccupied by the glitters of the gown, what color should it be, and the contact lenses that you're supposed to wear. But, right? Like, look at our winner here. Actually, she's a cement company worker. She was wearing helmets, selling cements here and there before she became Miss International. So these are the kind of story that probably we also failed to share to the people around, but we should really highlight the human side of our girls, They are not just there to please people on stage and do the dancing and the pasarela or whatnot. But they are humans who have aspirations, they have careers, they have dreams. They one day probably want to build a family, and there's nothing wrong with that one.
Or become president.
Or
maybe.
become president in the future. Who knows, right? Well, I'm always monitoring our girls who went back, who joined the pageant and went back to their respective countries, and seeing how they have progressed. And I've seen so many actually who have done really well in terms of entrepreneurship, politics, business, etc. It's from your year, if you remember, there was this one girl from Italy who competed, and the only reason why she wanted to join is because she wanted to meet customers for an antique business. And until now, she's still coming back and forth in Japan because she sells antique from Italy, selling it to, exporting it to Japanese customers. That's the only reason why she joined Miss International. She's really cool. Yeah, like, so we have stories like that, actually, at Miss International. So like, hopefully you guys, we have to set this clear as well about these rumors. I'm like, the first thing that you have to ask about relationship between the national directors and ICA, we are very, very loyal to people who are also loyal to us. And we don't really see any reason why we should be changing gear. I mean, come on. I mean, like, there's really no reason that I could think of. Even if you give me a reason now.
Once again, another round of applause for our guest, executive
Director lang.
Director.
Wala kang pera for photography.
Malapit na. Executive Director Stephen Diaz and of course Catalina Duque. May we invite the executives of BPCI and our Binibining Queens, please, for a photo op.
Welcome back. Good to see you again.
From media.
Let's do the yes. Okay, we do this. The kids. It's like this. Yeah. My kids. Are we kids? Yeah. You
That is really, that is really. That was my first one. Isn't normal.
May we invite Stephen Diaz as well and one of the executives in BPCI for the Q&A. Ang kinahihintayan ng ating media friends. Q&A.
Siguro nakita yung siguro yung CCTV. Patapos yung pictorial nila. Riser naman. It's a Binibining drink.
That's why I want it. It's giving drink, it's giving Binibining.
Yung pag sa may stage lang talaga.
Mga ganito, madalas may nag-workshop. Pakilala ko naman siya.
8 years.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
I'm Ethan Concepcion from Manila Standard. I'm also wearing red, which signifies love for Miss International. By the way, I've been covering Binibining Pilipinas and other major and international pageants for more than 2 decades already. So Binibining is like a family for us. Let's go to my question, Queen Catalina. Can you recall 1 or 2 most memorable moments while you're doing community works or doing your advocacies in the community? Can you recall 1 or 2 most memorable moments?
Ooh, I would definitely go to being Miss Colombia because that's a full-time job and we dedicate ourselves to doing social work and social service. I remember a bunch of them, but especially when I began the process to be Miss Colombia. First of all, I never wanted to become a queen. It wasn't one of my dreams. but they approached me and they told me that I could be Miss Antioquia. And I told them, okay, but if I'm winning, if you're choosing me, I'm winning. And I want to base this not on the looks, but let's make it a social driven moment. And I remember I went to one of the hospitals and there were this kid suffering from cancer, and he gave me a foam crown, and I kept it and I took it to Cartagena when I was competing for Miss Colombia, because we get tired, we're humans. But then every day when I was tired, I just kept looking at the foam crown, and that was the real crown I was fighting for. And that's when after I won Miss Colombia, I was so thankful that I had that in me, because it keeps me grounded as to why I'm doing it, and it's actually to help people, because I think everyone is beautiful in their own way, but really people who have a purpose and make the world a better place, it's rare having that energy. So I remember that with so much love. And then I would like to mention some of the Miss International moments. Just being able to see my fellow queens and seeing how empowered they are in their own countries. For example, my first runner-up, Yolanda, she's made such an impact in her community. So being inspired by other women and seeing them not as a competition, but as sisters that I admire, and keep telling myself she's gonna be the next president of Zimbabwe, which is why I said later, I wish some of us became president, because they're good people and they really are what a true queen is, which is being smart, being kind, and then this is just extra layers of makeup and fun, What's really important is here and here. So thank you for your question. I really liked it. You made me think of very nice moments for me.
Wow, I have last question. Actually,
I love your tie. He has a tie with my picture on it.
I'm going to give it after my last question.
Gracias. Salamat po.
My last question, what will you tell if you were going to meet the first Miss International, Madam Stella Marquez Araneta, here at the Araneta City?
I asked if I could meet her, and they said, we're gonna try to make it happen. We're gonna have a dinner between us. Honestly, I'm not gonna say much at the first time I see her. I'm just gonna give her a big Colombian hug. And I think that's gonna be for her feeling as we were back home in Colombia, because that Latin love we all have. And I'll tell her gracias, which means thank you in Spanish, because obviously she's an inspiration for me. She was also Miss Colombia, then Miss International, so it's a very full circle moment having that, and then seeing how similar the Miss Colombia and our queens are here, because we have the same education thanks to her. So what she learned in Colombia, she brought here, and it's been multiplying. So even when I first met Myrna in Miss International, I was like, oh, we're so alike in our training. And that's when I found out about all of this, and I was so amazed. So thanking her, because one of the biggest powerhouses obviously in the beauty industry is the Philippines and Colombia, and that's thanks to that beautiful legacy we have to thank her for. And obviously Mr. Araneta, who's making this incredible and keep doing what's important, which is social service. That's the DNA of this beauty contest, as well as Miss Colombia, and that's why I think we are so relevant still.
We love you, Queen Catalina, and kudos and salute to Sir Stephen. I'm going to give you this token. Sir, yes, can I give it? Of course.
Next question, please. Baka sirapan mo.
Moment naman.
Moment ka na ito.
She's really
Connect. Nag-connect na kurbado na rin kayo. Yung malalakad na yun. Oo.
Gown.
Medyas.
Skirt ng gown. Hola.
Hola.
Me llamo Armin Atina.
You're
de Philippine.
Spanish? Wow.
Oh, gracias.
Tuloy-tuloy yan.
No, hindi. Muy poquito, porque me ubicaba muchas de estos en colegio y yo no sé muchas palabras españolas. Lo siento, pero mi pregunta es en inglés. En inglés, por favor.
Okay.
Okay. I'd like to know, Stephen already mentioned this before, that this year's Miss International will not have a swimsuit competition at the final gala. May I get your thoughts about that?
Mine?
Yeah, your thoughts.
Oh, I thought there was like a direct question to our director. My thoughts on that. If I'm being honest, for me, I'm very Latina, so I have no issue. I love showing my legs. But then I remember Miss Ethiopia, she was next to me, and she had this moment and she said to me, I wish I won't be into the top 20 because I don't want to wear a bathing suit. And that broke my heart because she was this beautiful woman, amazing, smart, and she had so much fear until going to the top 20 just because she was gonna have to have this moment on stage with a swimsuit. And then I thought to myself, okay, then it's not that relevant. It's like, how is someone gonna lose an opportunity just for a bathing suit? You know, I think it's very personal. If a girl wants to show her body, feel confident in, that's great. And if she doesn't, that's also great because confidence doesn't come from the way we look, but the way we act, the way we think. So thinking about that moment and then learning that the Miss International wasn't gonna have this swimsuit moment, I thought about her and I thought, wow, maybe the result would have been different if that year we didn't have bathing suit because maybe she would have felt like more empowered or happier or excited. So I thought about that. I thought about her. So I'm actually, I don't know if the word is happy, but I'm like just at peace with that decision and I feel it's the right one towards what Miss International is trying to build here.
Thank you very much. Just one more question.
Yes.
Your three previous predecessors, Jasmine Selberg, Andrea Rubio, and Tantoy, all went to the Philippines for Binibining Pilipinas. When you won your crown, did you already expect that you will be visiting Manila for Binibining Pilipinas?
Yeah, I've actually, after I won Miss International, I was doing my makeup quickly because we don't have a lot of time. And my mom and dad were there in Japan and they were visiting me like for a few moments before they went back to Colombia. I was giving them back like a lot of luggages. And I told them, oh my God, I think I'm going to the Philippines. And they were like, Kata, that means like the fact that you won this crown, you get to travel. And I'm like, I'm going to the Philippines. So thinking about it, knowing now that I have visited multiple countries, that moment where I specifically said the Philippines for me was the biggest prize ever. And now I get this extra amount of countries and people and cultures, but that's a very nice moment because sometimes you see, I've talked a lot about this with Andrea, that she's like, just prepare yourself, they're gonna compare how many countries you've been to compared to this or that. And I told her this story and she's like, that's why, like keep that in mind. What's important is I'm traveling, I'm having a lot of fun, and just the fact that I even got to see one new country is an amazing experience that I only get to have because I won a beauty contest, which is crazy. I said that I'm not a crier, but honestly, I just cry now all the time. Like I'm on an airplane and I see the mountains of a new place, I'm like, oh my God, that's beautiful. And then I start crying, so I'm very thankful. And yeah, Philippines was one of that moments where I said, oh, I get to travel, and it's amazing being here.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Hi, Catalina.
Hello.
Okay, welcome to the Philippines. By the way, I'm Nolly for OPMU Worldwide. Okay, my first question. Miss International emphasizes on love, peace, and beauty. As the current title holder, what that three words means to you?
Love, peace, and beauty. Love, peace, and beauty comes in the simplest moment. It's not in the biggest events. It's how the way you wake up and you treat your neighbor, you treat your sister, you treat your mother. Those are the moments where we can see love, peace, and beauty. Again, not because of the way you look, but how kind your heart is, the words you're speaking. That to me is true beauty. Peace is the way you feel at peace when you're doing things correctly, when you know it in your heart that everything is correct. And then love is simply that great energy we all have, that where we come to a room, we lighten it up and we make people feel incredible. And that happens in the day-to-day moments. Not the big ones, not when we have the crowns or the sashes, but when the doors are behind and no one is seeing us. That's when the true love, beauty, peace, everything comes.
Okay, thank you so much. A follow-up question. what social issue are you most concerned about, and how do you plan to create measurable impact for the rest of your reign?
That could be a question for the Miss International final. That was a serious question. But all jokes aside, I really think that today a young woman especially have this big comparison? How do you say? Comparison with social media, how you think that everyone has this perfect life, this perfect face, this perfect body, and that simply is not true. And there are a lot of things that we have in common, yes, but there's a lot of things that are making us like feel insecure about ourselves. So I would simply invite people. I always go to the day-to-day basis, not change the world with extravagant things. No, day-to-day things. Just be kind to yourself, remind yourself that everyone is going through something, that we have good days, we have bad days, and to take a break from social media is good. Just instead of seeing the cell phone, see the mountains and cry, just like I do whenever I'm in an airplane. Thank yourself for being there, for making it the best you can with the tools you have at that moment. So yeah, I think social media is wonderful because you get to connect with people, but at the same time, especially with young women, I want them to enjoy life. Like be there, be in the moment, be present, see people eye to eye, and just, this life is one time, so make sure you're living it now and not through a screen.
Okay, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your stay here in the Philippines.
Salamat po.
Next.
Hi Catalina, my name is Adam. I'm from Sash Factor, and I'm glad that we're finally seeing you because now we finally see why you won the crown.
Oh, I thought you knew that before.
I wish I did. No, this is just something that came off the top of my head. This has something to, maybe Sir Stephen could also answer this.
Yes.
Since we're talking about Miss International, since we're having you both right now here, maybe it's about time we could enlighten some things about Miss International, because you know I usually read a lot of stuff on social media as I am a pageant admin myself. So what is, now that you have the crown and you've been reigning for almost halfway through your reign, what is one misconception, myth, that you would like to debunk about Miss International?
I have a big one. I know he's gonna like this one. It's something, but like not very, very important when you think about it. But for example, people think that only the winners that wear white, pink, blue, like very sweet pastel winners are the ones that get the crown. Fake. I know that Miss Akemi is dying to see someone like with a vibrant color because they want you to look your best. Like what makes you pop? If that's white, then go for the white. But if that's red, wear the red. So the day after I won, I had a black dress. And when I was packing in Colombia, they were telling me like, you're gonna take that? And I'm like, yeah, I'm wearing it the black because I love it. I look beautiful. And I wore it after I won, and Akemi was so happy that I did. She was like, finally, someone's wearing black, thank you. And that wasn't even planned. I had just won and I wore it like my black dress. So that's a theory. I have to tell all of you, girls, whatever you get to wear that night, make sure it's the thing that makes you look the prettiest ever. Not the Miss International type. If that's hair down, hair down. If that's hair up, hair up. If that's a vibrant color, then do it. Definitely do it. There's nothing such like as the pastel, the white, making it like with the crown. No, I wanted a gold dress, so also that's different.
Okay, thank you.
And you, Stephen, tell us all of your dark secrets.
It's I still am actually by heart. From the point of view of pageant spectator and also a fan of beauty pageants, we always have this stereotypes, and it's fun actually to discuss about stereotypes because this is one of the reasons why we love discussing this over a coffee table and chit chats here and there. And back in the days when we still had forums and all that, where you could hide your name under someone else and just say whatever you want to say, but. I think one of the biggest misconception that they have about Miss International is that we always crown Barbie-looking girls, and it's also very insulting to say that we don't actually crown Barbie-looking girls because some girls would probably get hurt. So meaning to say I'm not Barbie-looking or something. No. The thing is, like, this is actually one of the reasons why we wanted to stop the swimsuit on the final gala, because a lot of emphasis has been on the physical aspect, and it's also our fault. Like I probably said this in my interview with Inquirer. It's also part of the blame is on us because we focused too much on the physical aspect only that we do not even emphasize the interview skills, the intelligence, how smart these women are, and especially with the top 5 that we have right now. I mean, like, how could you actually come up with this top 5 if we only based it on physical beauty? And like, was it just like a matter of like luck that we had like Catalina, we had Yolanda, and we had Paula, Myrna, of course, and Melissa, who is also a doctor. And actually several others, you know, we've got lawyers, and like, for example, we have Miss Ethiopia was the one that you said as an example. Actually, as a matter of fact, she works for the United Nations, and she goes back and forth to Geneva to discuss about child labor, human rights, child rights, and that's why it breaks our heart that we have actually somehow blocked an opportunity to have this kind of woman be on the spotlight, because we focus too much on just the tiny details about, like, you know, there's just a little thing which is wrong with her body, then she's out in the top 20 or top 15. And we should really try to focus more, as long as the young woman is healthy, which is very important. You know, you just have physical health. As long as the woman is healthy and she knows how to carry herself very well, and she can speak very well, then that's the kind of woman we're actually looking for. And we are actually looking for someone who's going to become a future president, or governor, or mayor, or, you know, if being a president is too much, then like someone who can, or vice president, you know. And yeah, like honestly, and again, go back to the colors of the evening gown, like sky blue, pink, white, like all those light colors. Like Bea won with a dress which is hot pink.
It looks red.
It looked red actually, right? But it's dark pink.
Hottest pink ever.
Her runner-up was like all silver, rainbow colored. The second runner-up was black, right? Miss New Zealand, she was wearing black.
My best friends.
Like, when Miss Parry took over Miss International in 2013, Bea was the first winner. The top 3 winners actually were not wearing something white. I don't know where this whole white thing started. And then suddenly everyone just wanted to wear a pastel color. And the odds of someone winning pastel color, when 80% of you are wearing pastel color, then naturally someone with pastel color, well, statistically speaking, will eventually win. And when half of your contestants are having a bun hair, then most likely someone with a bun hair who is going to win the crown. Like last year, for example, in the top 10, 9 out of 10 had bun hair. To the point that Akemi Shimomura came to me like, who told them to wear bun hair? I was like, I didn't. They just wanted to have a bun hair because they were afraid. Like, for example, in your case as well, she was afraid about the time. How long is it going to take to actually fix her hair or something?
Like a bun hair was easier. That's why I had it. It was strategy. It wasn't like, oh, I look very Miss International. No, it was like I needed to stay put in place, so I had a bun hair because of that.
Yeah, and only Miss Zimbabwe was the first runner-up, is the one with the afro hair, so she really stood out. So, like, really, I hope that if you guys are training some girls as well as future Miss International delegate or whatever, I hope you encourage them to wear the color that really best suit her, or like one that will really shine. Yeah, just don't blend in, because if you try to blend in, most likely you'll be forgotten. And that probably might cost you the chance to actually go up there and be one of the winners.
Yeah, and don't fake the personality. Don't think they want like a calm girl that's very sweet. Like I'm very sweet, I'm very calm, but I'm also very like jokingly and expressive. So I have everything, and I just thought to myself, I'm not gonna change who I am because that's not sustainable for them or for me. I'm gonna have to travel my entire year. So just be myself. If they like that, great. If they don't, that's perfect as well because I'm not changing who I am. So just be yourself. Steven literally gives you like the key to win. Girls, be yourself, don't compete, have fun. And that's what I did.
Thank you for mentioning that, Catalina, because every time I always tell the girls during the orientation, like, girl, like, just be yourself. Enjoy the moment. Really, seriously, don't be someone that you're not. Because we could actually feel, you know, the air of someone like, oh, hello. It's like, you know, deep inside I was also, I'm already cringing, you know, like, no, you could just talk properly, you know? And yes, like Catalina is just being Catalina. The one who is answering you these questions right now, that's actually her all throughout the pageant. She was not trying to become like, oh, actually, like my answer to that question is no, she's never like that. Like I even told her, hey, come to my class and start singing there. I was like, no, Steven, no! Like shouting like crazy woman. No, but yeah, that was her. That was just being her. And probably some people who have this, what do you call it? Like stereotype of Miss International probably would have canceled her out already. Oh, Miss Colombia reacted that way. Now that's not so Miss International. But now, she's Miss International in a way. Same with Andrea Rubio. Like, she's so loud.
We're Latin as well, so.
Like, even her own countrymen, the Venezuelans, already canceled her out. Like, we're not gonna win this year. Like, she's famous, yeah, but they were not so, at the very beginning, they were not so hopeful about her winning the Miss International crown. But she won. All throughout the competition, actually, she's just everywhere there. Because she's a social media influencer, right? Just doing the videos and all of that. She's very busy. Hey, here, hey, hello, hi. Like, if you have the prototype Miss International, I don't think that's the prototype that you're looking for. Like, hey, let's take a photo, let's take a video. She was like that all throughout. So, if you expected a Miss International to be so prim and proper and all that, then Andrea wouldn't have won as well, right? So, yeah.
Can I make a follow-up question with what you said? With the new changes that you'll be implementing for the forthcoming edition, aren't you afraid that you might alienate the pageant's loyal fan base, or is this something that is part of the organization's intention in keeping up with the times?
I think that we will keep those who really love Miss International. If you really love the pageant, it doesn't matter whether we change or not. If you really understood the true value of our competition, you will stay. So it's not, we're not, I'm not trying to say that we are afraid that we are alienating them or something. The truth is, if you are a true lover of Miss International, if you really value our core, our essence, then you will be supporting us. Like, look at Bea. When Bea won, she knows how much I rebelled against Miss International. We were like actually like sharing notes, like what is going on with Miss International. I mean, like you don't even travel, blah blah blah. Like, you know, she was very honest about it. So those things actually that Bea and I were actually discussing about, those are the very things that I am doing right now. Because I am for someone like I heard her. Like, you know, if only I was the staff back then, probably I would have done this for her. Because this is a platform, an opportunity for everyone. Like any woman who wants to be part of our system. No, we are not afraid, because I don't think we are alienating them. We are just giving them a better option. And this is what beauty pageant should be all about. A pageant which respects women, no matter what.
Thank you very much.
Mabuhay, good afternoon. My name is Franz Ivan, and here in the Philippines they call me Morris Franz. And Stephen, maayong hapon. Alright, Catalina, 2 days from now, we will crown a new queen of Binibining Pilipinas. What best advice can you give to our 35 girls who's competing for the Binibining Pilipinas crown?
Besides what I said before, to keep that grace, that Filipino charm that you have, I really like to see a girl's girl. So make sure that at the end of the experience, you can look back at it and still smile and think, oh, I was a good person. I helped my friend out. I stood out at that stage and wasn't shaking because I was scared, just shaking because this beautiful experience is coming to an end. So make sure that you're doing everything with a purpose, with the right reason, enjoy the moment, and just really think about how it's not gonna repeat itself that night. So make sure you're giving it your 100% and that you're always recognizing yourself in the mirror after that night, after no matter what the result was, I am happy. I am at peace at what happened. That's the most important thing because unfortunately there's only one crown. So girls, the most good thing about pageants is the sisters you meet, the experiences you have, the new tools you're acquiring, like doing better makeup or being better at Q&As. So keep that in mind. That's the true crown and that's the true gift that a pageant can give you. And I wish you all the best luck. Also to your families, because this is a whole team, a whole village behind you, your families, the people who are preparing you. Hug them, thank them, and just enjoy yourself. The work is already done. That night is gonna be amazing. Obviously, thanks to the organization as well, because they obviously know what they're doing. So just enjoy it. I know they're gonna have a beautiful dancing because I've heard that this year's girls are very good at dancing, which is amazing. I hope they did the little cat, what's the name of the stick things? Oh, imagine if they did that. Next year would be amazing. Like, I would be so impressed if they do it. Oh, maybe not with heels, like with active wear. But yeah, that would be my answer for you.
Thank you, Catalina, and we're very impressed with how you communicate with us.
Gracias. Salamat.
Hi, Catalina. Nice to see you again.
You too!
Yeah, I'm Criso from Missosology, so I have 2 very easy and human questions for you. So first, is ramen still your favorite food? And do you still get in touch with your Miss International 2025 sisters?
I love you. Best questions ever. 1, yes, ramen is still my favorite food. I actually went back to Colombia and had a ramen made. It sold out. It was the biggest selling ramen in Colombia. Akemi kept laughing at me because Steven told me that she told her that ramen was being like the national day in Colombia, the day that I won. People were just tagging me eating ramen. I love ramen so much. We went to eat it with the top 5 and I cried. I felt like a full circle moment, finally having my ramen, having the crown. Like ramen hugs your soul. Like it's good for when you're down, it's good for when you're happy. Food is just amazing. And then regarding if I am still in touch with my 2025 sisters, yes, I'm so in touch with them that I've seen them all, literally since I won the top 5, and I'm seeing next week Paula in Bolivia. So that's crazy that I get to see all of my top 5. I have them in close friends. Like that's how close we are on Instagram. We're very close. And with my roommate who was Spain, Edie, I adore her. She gave her crown and she mentioned him in her like farewell speech, and my family still keeps in touch with her. So that's why I'm telling you that the best advice is just enjoy your sisters, because that's the true prize. I love Miss International for that. Like it's amazing that I have 1 best friend in Africa, 2 in Asia, 1 in Bolivia. That's crazy. Like I'm gonna get to go to different multiple cool weddings as well. Like if I keep thinking about that. I'm gonna have so much fun. I love my sisters, my family loves them. So thank you for that question, yeah. And I love you guys. They gave me the Missosology Award and I won it. Yeah. Good eye, good eye.
Yeah, and I'm happy that our award did not jinx you, so...
Yeah, my mom told me actually that when you guys gave me the award that the Colombians started posting, don't give it to her, don't give it to her. And I was like, like, thank you so much for this award. And then my mom told me that story and I thought it was funny, but we made it. You guys made it, we made it, everything's perfect now.
Thank you, Kata, and welcome to the Philippines.
Thank you. I hope to hug you soon, okay? After I go down, okay?
Hello? Okay. Hello, Catalina. The first time that I saw your reels, you were crying over a bowl of ramen with your court. So my question is, has that moment been replicated here in the Philippines? Maybe a glass of, I don't know, halo-halo or mais con hielo?
I think Miss International is about honesty and transparency. So no, that moment hasn't happened yet. Like, I haven't cried because of a food, but I have cried when I heard a cat speak. This is me being honest and vulnerable. I got to know her, got to know more about her mom, about her dad, and when I knew about that, my eyes got watery, and I just thanked her for that moment, because that's what I love about being Miss International, getting to know different people and stories. So in Philippines, I didn't cry for food. I cried for your queen. I cried for your people. We had that moment earlier in the bus. So yeah, I think that's even more special when you think about it, because this queen is beautiful and amazing, just as Myrna and Bay and all the ones that kept going, and you're gonna keep sending forever and ever, which we love, because Filipinos are very, very well prepared and very good human beings. That's why I literally click with you. It's crazy how I'm so close to all of your Filipina queens. People tell me we're very alike, and I agree. Colombians are like the Latin Filipinos, exactly, and vice versa. You know what I mean? We have so many things in common. Also lechon, we have lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, we have zapatos, we have, what? And the lechon we also have, and leche flan, but we say flan de leche. There's a bunch of things that connect us.
Follow-up questions a little bit more on the serious side. So, your work, your social civic work as Señorita Colombia is very impressive. You go around the entire country. How has that transitioned you to the work as Miss International? Because there's also, a huge part of culture, heritage involved in Miss International.
Personally, I think that makes a huge difference, because that was your constant preparation. Because it's different when you just go and compete, and when that's literally your DNA and who you are, which is giving back to people, and also just the fact that you know why you're doing it. It's not just like, take a picture of me. That for me is the irrelevant part. So whenever in Miss International we had moments with kids, like the fact that you can see when someone really likes to hug the kid and go on its knees and play, and that was just my job as Miss Colombia. So I think it's amazing how, what Stephen mentioned earlier, we are now sending the most powerful queens out of the entire country, because when a Miss Colombia comes to compete, she competes, you guys. I mean, she's well prepared, she loves what she does. The Miss Colombia is a very tough pageant. I even say that for me, it's even tougher than Miss International, if I'm being honest. So Miss Colombia was honestly the real threat before Miss International. When I had that and I couldn't give my crown, did you know that? When I was at Miss International, they were crowning the new Miss Colombia, who Kat is going to meet in Japan, and the dates were crossing, so I couldn't be there. And the organization was just like, Kata, we know you got this. Just chill, we know you're gonna get the crown. I'm like, okay, I know that's gonna happen as well. I'm gonna get the crown, Miss International. So we were just very thankful for the opportunity, and we knew that being Miss Colombia is a very weird job. Obviously, just one person gets to have it, but it's life-changing, and it gives you all of the tools to compete in Miss International or any other pageant, especially when you're the Miss Colombia, because there's just one. Yeah.
Yeah. May I also know that all Miss Colombia winners, they create a tile for you on the floor. Do they give you a copy of that?
Great question. They don't, but if you go to the city called Cartagena, which is a mural city that's very historic and it's colorful next to the beach, there's kind of this museum for us, the reinas, and you'll see each of the Miss Colombia, and then there was the Miss Universe. But I was after the main Miss Colombia went and started going to Miss International, when I won the crown, they had to do an entire space for the Miss International queen, so that was new. and it was because of me winning, and now you have Estela being the first one, and you have me being the last one there. So if you ever go to Colombia, you can see the Queen Museum, because being a queen in Colombia, just like here, is a very big deal because we do it with a purpose. That's why we keep on having so many years, and the government, public entities, everyone wants to work with us because we are doing things in the right way. It's not just beauty, we're brains, we're smart, we're kind, we're cool, we're just like nice people.
Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. Hola. Binibining Pilipinas. Yeah, I'm Mark from Sashes and Scripts also. I have two questions para tu and one for Stephen. But for you first, I've heard that there's a fun fact that you love Filipino food so much. You have a culture called Sharon, meaning like we bring something with us. So we heard you had something that you kept for yourself. What was that?
Oh, so I was with, oh my God, Marina and Emma. They took me eating every few hours. It's like eat. And I kept eating, but then that thing you saw, maybe it's because of a video, it was actually Indian cuisine. That was the last stop of our amazing food journey. But tomorrow, I'm gonna try some more food in the marketplace, but I've tried everything. The only thing I'm missing is actually the inasal from the Negros Island, which is where Stephen is from, so I'm excited to have that. I made him pick, he promised me that he's gonna have that with me. I want to have that small moment with him, so I think that one is going to be my favorite, just because I love chicken, I love grilled stuff, I'm gonna love it. I'm sure I'm gonna love it, yeah.
Yes, you'll have it, and you deserve all of that here in the Philippines. So for the more serious note, I know your reign is far from ending, but still so far looking back at what you've done as Miss International, what's the proudest moment you've had done as Miss International? What is it that you're truly proud of that, hey, during my reign, this is what they did, and this is what they're gonna stick with me forever?
Not a specific moment, but just how I've never left behind my essence, who I am. I'm still very Colombian, I'm still very authentic. I love that whenever I am here wearing like this dress and this crown, I still get to be Catalina, because the queen cannot exist without Catalina, but Catalina can definitely exist without being the queen. So I think about how I kept being myself through all of this, and I'm happy for that. I'm like, yay, Cata, we're doing good, and the little girl that used to see beauty pageants must be very proud. And yesterday I met this girl at the Colombian embassy. She was also like an ex-queen, and she said, thank you for being like a fresh breath of air in the beauty pageant, because I like to keep it real. I like that they send me pictures, and the most I can, I know it's part of their job, but I'm like, send them unedited, send them real. Like, that's what I like to post. That's why you see me without makeup, posting in stories and whatever. And I know that that's weird in this world, but that's what I love, because to me, a true beauty queen is someone that a little girl can look up to, and she can just like be proud that that's who I am, and her mom as well. Like, this is Catalina, and there's nothing to hide about her. This is her. So I'm glad when I look back at this experience and see that I've made friends forever. I keep in touch still with the national directors, with the queens, and that's the best part, because I'm kind and I make Catalina through all of this.
Gracias, muchas gracias.
Gracias.
So for Stephen, just quite lang, very quick. We're in the house of future Miss International. We have one competing this year, Katrina, and we'll be crowning another Binibining Pilipinas International on Saturday, right? So what is it that she capitalized on that you would like to be continued in the following years?
Great question, Stephen. Please answer.
What is it? First of all, I have to think.
This is deep.
It's deep because number one, we are not a business entity, and we do not use our girls as a marketing tool or something. You know, they are not commodities that we are trying to capitalize. We just wanted her to be herself, to enjoy the moment. You have a year of reign, and whatever opportunity we give you, if you accept it, you accept it. If you don't, if you're busy, it's still okay. We're fine with it. And that's the kind of girl that we have. That's the kind of woman that we crown. We don't really want to use her because of we want to become more famous, or we wanted to do this and do that. They didn't really cross our mind, to be honest. That's why I have to think something. Because if we actually have something, already an agenda in mind, then this would have been like something that we already fixed or rigged for her. But we don't rig our pageant, we don't fix the result. If Bea won, she won because she was the best. Not because there was a typhoon, or not because we wanted the Philippines to become famous or wanted Miss International to be famous. She won because she was the right person at the right moment, and she really shone on stage. Catalina won because she was the best that night. She really endured all the things that we were looking for at that night, and we're happy that we have her. So, to capitalize on her, let's just capitalize the fact that we have crowned someone who is a natural and real woman, real beauty, which is basically what most of our winners are. So that's the kind of girl that we love. That's the kind of girl we have.
One last question.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Perez. Hi, Catalina. Very nice to meet you. And of course, Stephen. All of the beauty queens in the Philippines owe you a debt of gratitude for giving us our first moments in the spotlight. And you, Catalina, by the way, I'm Maria. I'm Universal
Love your
Woman.
look. You look beautiful.
Thanks.
Hermosa.
Gracias. So I'm Maria. I'm Universal Woman 2024, but I was also a former Binibining. And I heard that you love to see a girl's girl, and I love to hear it from other international queens as well. So I want to know, what's your favorite memory of sisterhood, since after all, this is Binibining?
I remember that for the swimsuit competition Miss International, I didn't have like a small, like gold shoe, like zapato, and my roommate Edie, she just gave me everything I needed because of that. So she was like, have the shoes, just use them for a little moment. And when I won, actually, my first post wasn't with the crown, it was dedicated to her and my moments. And I said at that caption, this crown is for Colombia, but it's also for Spain, it's also for Edie. This crown is Colombian and this crown is Spanish. Because I used to wake up and I was like, oh, I'm so tired. And Edie kept saying, go, 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 you have this. And at the last night, she didn't make it into the top 20. And then she came up to me and she said, win for the both of us. And I got chills and I was like, okay, I'm winning this for you. So when I won, it was exciting seeing that I literally made a sister for the entire life. And with the other girls, I'm so happy that Miss International exists, because it's crazy that a girl from Colombia has friends from all around the world and can meet beautiful women just like you and be inspired. So thank you for your beautiful question, and I hope to chat more with you later because I liked you now.
I like you too. Thank you so much.
Mabuhay ka, Catalina. Another round of applause to our Miss International 2025. Such an amazing woman. I am actually so impressed and I'm so proud, Stephen, that under your care, we have ladies who are well-spoken. What a great representative to the whole world. Congratulations. Another round of applause. Palakpakan po natin really that cat. Basbas ka na mamaya. Can I also make a comment how beautiful your crown is? Stephen, is this the newest crown?
Wait, you can actually, literally, you also wore it. So.
Oh my God! Let me do my crowning lap.
Yes, you deserve it.
My crown was the old one, the one with the ribbon in the back. Yeah, beautiful. How do you back this?
We're iconic.
So pretty. Thank you so much. It's so pretty because my crown was the old one, the red one.
Yeah, from the Estelle, I think,
Yes.
the ones that you had.
Yes, but you know, it actually looks like the tiara that they also gave us.
They gave you a tiara?
Oh, sorry.
Estelle gave you the tiara, yes. They had a
That
tiara.
was 13 years ago, love.
No, after that, when Estelle was still the sponsor, they gave tiara, and then afterwards, when they had the Mikimoto, there was no more tiara.
No more
Yeah,
tiaras.
I don't think Kylie has a tiara though.
Yes, I think I'm the last.
Yeah, I think you were the last.
I'm
if
the
I'm
last
not
Miss
mistaken.
Philippines. Yes. The last Asian to ever receive a tiara.
The
when
one with
I
the
win.
unicorn, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah,
Yes,
I think you're the last
I'm
one.
gonna wear that for my wedding. because I will forever be Miss International 2013. Yes. Beautiful crown. It's similar. You have it for a year. Take care. It looks beautiful on your head. Congratulations. I am so proud of you as a sister, and Stephen, what a beautiful queen.
Yeah, I mean, like, 13 years ago, it was so funny, right?
Yes, this is for me, this is such a memorable time of my life because I met you when you were also starting. You met me when I just started. I was 23, you were also a little around that age. How old are you, Catalina, right now? 26, a lot of years to come. I'm 10 years older than you, love. So congratulations and good luck. And to our media friends, thank you so much for witnessing this beautiful, beautiful moment. Congratulations to our queen, and congratulations to you. You finally met a beautiful woman who are not only educated, not only so super smart, a real, authentic, beautiful woman. Congratulations, everyone. And also, we are just a day away from knowing our next Binibining Queens. So don't miss the 2026 Grand Coronation Night of Binibining Pilipinas on July 18th, this Saturday, at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, hosted by Binibining Queens. Sino? Sino ating mga queens na mag-host?
Miriam Kiambao!
Yes, the Miriam Kiambao, Catriona Gray, MJ Lastimosa, and Nicole Cordoves, with the special appearances by our very own Miss International, Catalina Duque, of course, and Miss Globe 2025, Cheyatanus Cherain Sadati. Okay, once again, I'm Bea Santiago, Miss International 2013, your host for today. See you at the Araneta Coliseum.